At least 1 in 3 people experience bloating or constipation regularly. While both are common conditions though, did you know they don't have to be your norm? For over 20 years, no one ever told me this. I thought it was normal to go to the bathroom every other day or two, and I thought it was normal to feel bloated and pass gas after most meals, until I learned it was not. And it totally blew my mind. Just because something is common does not mean it's normal. For example, although eating Big Mac cheeseburgers or drinking 2 to 3 cups of coffee per day is common in our modern day society, it's not a normal thing that the human body was hardwired to do. Bloating and constipation work the same way. Let's briefly discuss why bloating and constipation happen in the first place, then give you some simple hacks to start fixing it. For starters, what is bloating? Bloating is swelling or distension in the abdomen region, often characterized by a distended belly. Bloating typically occurs directly after a meal or within 1 to 2 hours after. However, if you have food sensitivities, it's not uncommon for it to occur within 24 to 48 hours. Research shows gas-producing bacteria in the upper GI tract can cause bloating and this discomfort. An excessive amount of bacteria from the colon move into the upper GI tract, which is normally nearly sterile of bacteria. These bacteria turn a typically free-flowing sterile environment into one with a much slower motility. In this state, the upper GI tract can't effectively absorb your nutrients from your ingested food and move it along to your colon. As the trapped gas moves into the colon, the gas also works as a paralytic agent, sometimes causing constipation or stalling digestion. Common symptoms of bloating beyond the swelling of your belly include things like burping, belching, gas, discomfort, a feeling of fullness, and IBS. How do these gas-producing bacteria get there in the first place in your upper GI? One word: stress. Bloat-causing bacteria can enter the upper GI and begin to grow through a triggering event or lifestyle factors that cause stress to the body. Common stressors that lead to bloating may include having low stomach acid, low water intake or dehydration, eating too fast or on the go, not chewing your food well, eating old or spoiled food, eating foods you are intolerant to, high sugar starch intake, low fat intake, overtraining, undereating, binging, or purging, just to name a few. Moving on briefly to constipation. What is constipation? Constipation is a condition in which there is difficulty in emptying your bowels, usually associated with hardened feces. Ideal elimination happens 1 to 2 times every day on a 24-hour cycle with well-formed stools. Constipation is diagnosed in conventional medicine when a person has 3 or fewer bowel movements in a week, or their stools are really hard to pass. Constipation is typically caused by medications, poor sleep, low water intake, food intolerances, overtraining or sedentary lifestyles, low stomach acid, underlying gut pathologies like SIBO, parasites, dysbiosis, or candida, hypothyroidism, low vitamin D, and low fiber intake. Although some cases of constipation may involve structural abnormalities, the majority of constipation cases are functional disorders in nature, meaning they're induced by your lifestyle. And stress in the body slows your GI motility. So what to do about it? What are some anti-bloating and constipation hacks? Here are my top 5. Number 1, chew and breathe. Chew your food really well until it is liquefied in your mouth, and before inhaling your food, pause at meals to simply slow down and breathe. Take 1 to 2 minutes to take deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Pace yourself. Number 2, support digestion. Take digestive enzymes or digestive bitters with meals and swig 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and 4 to 8 ounces of water with meals. You can also use an HCl or hydrochloric acid tablet to help boost digestion as well and the stomach acid in your tummy. Number 3, consume natural herbs. Peppermint, oregano, ginger, and cilantro all work to help reduce dysbiotic gut bacteria in your GI tract and keep things moving along. Number 4, aim to sleep 7 to 9 hours. Chronic undersleeping leads to chronic constipation and bloating. And lastly, experiment with a temporary low FODMAP diet. A low FODMAP approach is great for relieving bloating or constipation if that's regular for you. FODMAPs are a list of several types of carbohydrates that are easily fermented by the gut bacteria and subsequently produce gas, bloating, constipation, and IBS. Go get 'em, slugger.